Namaskar everyone, welcome to Sunday. Today I speak about the incredible mind. The mind is a tool that takes you into the world and to be able to master it if you know how to use it. And a mind that can take you to your true self, God within you. How important the mind is. It can lead you masterfully into the world. And it can take you masterfully in the inner space. Of course, it goes without saying that you need a guide, you need a guru, you need a master. It just doesn't happen like that. It is extremely important that you understand the nature of the mind. Because if you don't, it's like you having a tool and you can't use it. Imagine a big jackhammer in your hand. And you don't know how to use it purposefully, usefully, carefully, cautiously. You have incredible power in your hands. Every thought is invested in power. Every emotion is invested in power. Every desire is invested in power. But an uncontrolled mind is misery. Hell, I tell you. A lot of us, we get so consumed in an uncontrolled mind without being able to control it. And for the best of me, I can't figure out why they don't want to control it. Why they don't make an effort to control it. And more so, why don't they make an effort to understand the nature of the mind? It's not in the field of psychology you're going to find that. It's not by dissecting the brain you're going to find that. No. Self-reflection, contemplation, witnessing, shifting the consciousness, you'll find it. But what is the mind? The mind has several functions, extremely important functions. The first one, an important one, is the one that gives you identity. It is your mind that gives you identity. If you didn't use the identity maker in the mind, there'll be no identity. You wouldn't know what to do. You wouldn't have a compass for the life. So your self-identity, your persona, that which you think you are, is called Ānanda, which means the I maker. It is continuously making the aham, the I. So you have the ability to make all kinds of I's, egos, and become a masquerader in the field. The ego of a joker, the ego of a general in the army, the ego of a king, the ego of a prince, the ego of a child, all kinds of ego. And you see the dramas we play with it when we identify with it. And sometimes we tend to use it manipulatively. Ego. So when the ego is uncontrolled, you have the restless mind, the worrisome mind, the fearful mind, the aggressive mind. The I. Now a servant to the I is the intellect, the processing agent in the mind. The mind has a processor. Buddhi. We got the name Buddha from that because he did a lot of processing until he couldn't do anymore. And then he gave up. And that's when he mastered the processor from the inside. So you have a tool for discriminating, for reasoning, for logic. It's called Buddhi. And you have a very interesting tool. That which sees this as a cup. Manas. Manas is for thoughts and a concept. First concept, this is brown. It labels things. And for imagination, because when you fill yourself with all these labels, your imagination can create all kinds of stories inside. So we have colorful imagination. So Manas gives you that. The ability to create an image and the ability to create a concept. And so we become filled with these from the human experience. And then the intellect will process it based on what the ego wants. So these three, they can take you for quite a ride. A ride to the self, a ride to the world, or a hellish ride, a miserable ride, when the mind is uncontrolled. But when you can harness this, when you can observe your ego and you can really hold it, say, no, I don't like this rule, I don't like this rule, I want this rule. And when you have the control of the mind, then you can change different roles. You can create different personas. But Krishna in Bhagavad Gita gives the key to the mind. With two words. Vairagya and Abhyas. Vairagya means be dispassionate. Be objective. Don't get caught. See things as they are. And stay detached. No for or against. It's like the samatvam, yoga uchati of Krishna. Even-mindedness in the field. And he says, Abhyas. Practice, 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 practice. You may fall many times. Practice until you get it. That was the kind of person I was. When I'm stuck on an idea and I want to achieve it, nothing can stop me. When I wanted to find a master, and I was just 20 years old, I worked, saved money, 21, I'm in India. Searching through India. Wanted to find all the masters of that time who were there. Check them out, so to speak. And I had the most amazing experience in Ganeshpuri in India. One that I was totally shocked by. I wasn't aware that this would ever happen to me. Kundalini, energy, blew my heart open. And my life was changed forever. An energy, awakening inside of my being, changed my life forever. And then I stayed in the practice, abhyas, continuously. In the same way I search for a master, with that tenacity, that strength, that hold, same way I did with the sadhana. And I was such a dynamic person, I love activity, that I wanted to come back to Trinidad because I want to practice these things. I could feel the God within me, and I can feel this love in my heart for life, which I had lost. It took me time to get to the mental mastery, but that wasn't important then. Just joyfulness, just to be happy. I love to chant, I love to work, I love to serve, I love to help, and I love to teach. And therein I practiced. And before you know it, my head blew open. Because of the intensity of my practice, the crown became my gift. And then there's only witness. I couldn't identify with any particular persona, but I could use anyone how I wanted to use it. I could become anything. And that was awesome, because that took me back into the world, into the field that I'd given up, industry, and to excel in it. Until I wanted no more. At 39, I said, okay, this is enough. I've become a manager in the engineering industry. No, this is enough. And then I started the Blue Star. And then it became a different kind of engineering. Yeah, I do everything, just like the secular world, but with a different kind of atmosphere, different energy, different intention, non-profit and charitable for the world. And here I use my mind creatively. When you look around, you'll see the designs. That's from the mind. Working with the architect, working with the designers, working with the engineers. And this is not the end. There's more to do. But the joy of it, when you can harness the mind, when you can use the manas, when you can sit and use the manas, when you can use it to heal the body, when you can use the mind to envelop the body, when you can open up the channel of the heart to bring passion to every cell within you, and to impassion yourself with the desires to be healthy, what will happen? When you think only health, what will happen? When you think only well-being, what will happen? But perchance when the mind has doubt, oh my God, it's like having a full tank of water and having a hole in the tank. Before you know it, it empties. And every time you fill back, it will empty. No doubt. You work hard until there is no more doubt and denial in the mind. Which one of you has the strength to do that? Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. Abhyas, practice, until command comes. Victory comes. That's how the mind is conquered. By transcendence. Rising beyond the mind. And that's where the Guru takes us. That's where Kundalini Shakti takes us, to that place. But the mind, for me, is the most exciting part of the human experience. That I can use my mind in meditation. That I can focus on the Manas Chakra at the eyebrow, and then go up to the Bindu, that expansive God state, and then to observe the whole experience from that space and see what happens to the brain. Neurotransmitters come in, and there is ecstasy in the brain. And then I can understand the bliss field, Ānanda, Maya Kosha. It's still in the Maya, but it's Ānanda Maya Kosha, it's the bliss field. Because that which is beyond even bliss. But it is bliss that it revels in manifestation. Ānanda. All of this is in you. The ecstasy, the elixir, the healing, the passion, the creativity, the imagination. It's all in you. Why do you not tap it? Why do you not tap it? And more than that, why don't you live it? Because the thrill, the ecstasy, is in the living it. And do we expect no resistance? Do we expect life should have no resistance? No. You know that when the butterfly in metamorphosis from the caterpillar to the butterfly, when it has to come out of the cocoon, its wings fight against the cocoon. And by doing that, it hardens the wing. And when the wing reaches the right in strength, it breaks the cocoon. So the poor pupa inside there must be thinking, my God, this is so hard. Will I ever break this? Will I ever break this? But it doesn't give up because that's its biological urge. And finally, it breaks the cocoon, and my God, it becomes a flying creature. So life is that same way. We are cocooned in this whole experience, but you can break free. You can break free. You're designed to break free. You have it within you. The formula is inside of you. We are born to be free. We came from freedom, and we're going back to freedom. So don't look at yourself as puny and weak. You're not. You're the soul. You're the soul. You're divine. And you're already free if you know that. Just the mind makes you think you're not. Freedom is already inside of you. The rhythm of the breath is already inside of you. The ecstasy of Ānanda is already inside of you. All we need to do is to uncover it. Will you? That's a challenge. That's a challenge, everybody. Meet it. Meet it. So this is where I'll end my little talk for today. Always a joy having your company. And all blessings on your practices. Om Shanti, everyone. Namaskar.